Batman the Brave and the Bold. This is DCU's upcoming Batman movie, the reboot of Batman on the big screen. And this matters because DC fans have been in the dark for a while, and we finally have some confirmed news to share with you guys. Today, I'm going to break down exactly what we know and what we don't know yet, and what people are speculating, all from credible sources. And spoiler alert, the script, it's still being written. There's no cast announcement yet, but we do have new information on the writer, the creative status, and what Gunn and company have actually said. Welcome to the channel, everybody. Jimmy or Chaos. I read every single comment on every single video. Where do you want this Batman, the Brave and the Bold to actually go? What needs to happen for this to be what James Gunn actually needs for his new DCU? Now remember, I'm going to give you some context here. Brave and the Bold, it's James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC Universe Batman movie, Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Now, Andy Muschietti of IT fame was announced in 2023 as the director. It's meant to introduce Bruce Wayne and his son Damian Wayne, Robin, into the shared DCU. If you've read the comics, you know the storyline. Now, importantly, this is not tied to Matt Reeves' The Batman films, Robert Pattinson's Batman. In fact, sources have confirmed that Pattinson's Batman will not be crossing over here. Gunn has even emphasized himself in interviews that the DCU Batman is a completely separate continuity, meaning Brave and the Bold, it's launching a fresh Batman story within the DC universe. And I don't think I have to stress to you guys, if you're Batman fans or DC fans or Superman fans, how important it is for them to hit this as a home run. So let's talk about the stuff we know. The new screenwriter that's been tapped in. The biggest update is that Christina Hodson, who is the writer of The Flash, Birds of Prey, and Bumblebee, has officially been hired to write the Brave and the Bold screenplay. Now, The Hollywood Reporter confirmed studio head Gunn and Safran, they asked Hodson to pen the script. And this is pretty significant because until now, Brave and the Bold didn't even have a credited writer publicly announced. So Hodson's resume includes previous DC work. She was on the shelf Batgirl movie as well, and the unproduced Batman Beyond script. So she is very familiar with Gotham characters. Gunn even defended her on social media, noting that anyone trashing Hodson's skills has almost certainly never read an actual screenplay by Christina Hodson, which that's a pretty strong vote of confidence from the head of DC. Now, as for the script status, despite hiring Hodson, the script, it's far from finished. James Gunn himself squashed a rumor about the script being completely done. On January 15th of this year, a site claimed the screenplay was finished and targeting a 2028 release. And Gunn does what he does. And he tweeted, "Fiction, sorry, screenplay isn't finished." And it's hilarious how these sites just literally make this stuff up, and then the head of DC comes in and fact checks them. It lines up with what he's been saying. Back in mid-2025, he told fans, "We're working on a script, we have a screenwriter, I'm very involved, and we'll see what happens next." He didn't give any closure on it at all. In other words, development is ongoing, but Brave and the Bold is still on the drafting board. And Gunn later reiterated that the script isn't done and added that he has somebody writing a script. So, he also said it was really good. The bottom line is here, they have a writer, Hodson, who is actively working on it, but nobody should expect a finished movie anytime soon. Now, as for the timeline in the pre-production, Andy's still attached to direct, but he's not free yet. In a Variety interview in October of last year, Muschietti said Brave and the Bold is still happening, but he can't talk about details. He said we have to wait a couple months to start talking about it. He even joked that this comment was probably too much information. He said, "I screwed it already." Now, behind the scenes, Warner Brothers Discovery is dealing with corporate stuff, so DCU projects, they're kind of in limbo right now. Cosmic Book News reported that Brave and the Bold likely won't move forward until after the Batman Part 2 finishes filming, which that is expected to happen this year. So in practical terms, that's going to push Brave and the Bold into 2027 or later. And Gunn's contract also ends in 2027. So if Brave and the Bold happens, earliest production might be 2027, could be 2028, and that just makes the release date look a really, really long ways away. Now, when it comes to the plot, this is where everybody has opinions. Batman and Robin. What about the story? The working plan is that Bruce Wayne will be the father figure, and his young son Damian Wayne will be Robin. Now, Christian Mark at the playlist noted that Bruce Wayne's young son Damian Wayne will take on the Robin mantle, with Bruce taking on more of a fatherly role than in the past movies. So you can expect Batman to be older. This actually fits with what Gunn initially pitched. The Brave and the Bold is a story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. The story of the two of them in the beginning of, I guess you would say, the Bat family in the DCU. He also said that it was a father-son Batman movie in tone. So how that plays out, I don't know. But we do know it's not an Elseworlds one-off. It's meant to kick off the actual Bat family in the shared DC universe. So this time around, it's not just solo Batman. And if you know the storyline at all, Damian is not, he's not a saint at all. So that'll be interesting as well. And here's some other stuff. When it comes to director creative comments and stuff, Gunn has repeatedly warned us that rumors are everywhere. He wrote on Threads, I didn't know anybody still used that, the universe is rife with incorrect information about the brave and the bold on every level, so take random scoop claims with a big fat grain of salt. He didn't say big fat, I did. When asked about timeline rumors, he deflected by saying he can't comment on release dates, and he reiterated, no script is done. He's also downplaying fan photos from the Clayface set that supposedly included Batman hints. He says those are set decorations. There are no hints at his version of Batman. And when it came to casting, he half joked at DC fan sites. So many big actors have told me they want to be Batman because Batman is such a coveted role. But he made it really clear he has some actors in mind. I have guys I like at the top of the list, he said, but we'll only decide after the script is ready and auditions and screen test happens. So my big question for you guys is simple. Who plays Batman? I think they nailed it with David for Superman. I actually think they nailed it with Supergirl as well, and Green Lantern. I think they did really good there. Batman may be more important of a casting than Superman. And my question is, do you want an older Batman? Do you want a brawler Batman like Batfleck? Are you looking for a more detective Batman? Are you looking for a more noir Batman? Who do you think needs to actually play Batman? So right now, there are no confirmed cast members. I mean, we don't know who's going to play Bruce or Damian. Damian's very important too. It's anybody's guess. Gunn's comments in silence suggest casting won't happen until the script is locked in. And there was a funny leak on social media about Michael Rooker playing Damian, but Gunn teased who leaked this. Someone is getting fired, so that was false. And of course it was. Michael Rooker is like 50 or 60 years old. Apart from the internet rumor mill, nothing credible has leaked yet. Gunn said you'd have a harder time finding actors who don't want to be Batman, and he's the one character everybody wants to play. So you can expect studios to take their time and consider a lot of actors, because they also know they're looking at the MCU side, and Batman's just like Iron Man. I mean, you're probably signing on for like 5 to 6, 7, 8 movies. So this is job security for whatever actor actually gets it. Now, I did want to talk about a few things that we don't know. We talked about no actors. We don't know who's going to play Bruce. And my biggest guess on when we actually get this, I'm going to guess 2028 for this video. And beyond the Bat family, we don't know. We don't know the villains. We don't know if it's going to be dark, campy, heartfelt. It's definitely probably not going to be heartfelt. We don't know how it's going to tie into the rest of the DCU. I mean, we know it's not tying into Pattinson's Batman, but we don't know anything else. In the script and the tone, I want dark. I want gritty. I want visceral. I really hope it's dramatic and grounded too. Grounded's a big one too. I really want this to be more grounded. And I know it can't be completely grounded because the new DC's already a lived-in universe. And we've seen some cosmic stuff, and we know we're going on a cosmic ride with Supergirl, but there's ways where you could actually ground this in there as well. And then Damian's origin tweaks. Gunn has remarked that plenty of things are in flux on what Batman's situation will be with his parentage being a father, and people are speculating. One theory is maybe Damian Wayne isn't Bruce's biological son after all. For example, a writer suggested perhaps that Mr. Gould created a Damian clone from Bruce's DNA. That would explain how Bruce could have a school-age son while still being not completely old in the DCU. I mean, that's pure speculation, but it does show how things have changed and how it could play out. So we'll see. I don't know. I don't know which way they're going to go with this, but the bottom line is it is slowly taking shape, but it's years away. The confirmed takeaway, Christina Hodson's writing it, Andy Muschietti's directing it when he's free, and James Gunn's DCU Batman will feature Bruce Wayne as a father to Damian Wayne. So I'll keep you guys posted if anything new breaks. I'll see you soon.